There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray.
Naught compares to the sense of achievement that accompanies a job well done.
Indeed. You've culled more than your fair share of monsters. I expect tales of your valor will soon be told in tavern.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
What's to do?
Welcome to the We serve all manner of fine ales here. How extraordinary.
No, there's a hassle I could do without.
You wouldn't want to make the others jealous now.
I sense eyes upon us.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour? You know where to find me.
Follow me.
Peruse at your neck.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Marvelous! You have acquired both an archer staff and a greatsword. You may now change your vocation as desired, sir. What's more, I bear glad tidings. 'Twould seem our arms shortage is at an end. I dare say the armory will be resupplied anon.
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scam.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the road. Despite the hour.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right.
Far and wide I've traveled, but this is the only world I'd call home.
From me to there, what younger shelters
And here I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims take precedence.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
This looks as good a place as any.
Fancy a look at my wares?
It's too quiet here for me.
An appropriate choice, Arisen. I'll gladly take the lead.
Fortune was on my side this day.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
That all you wanted to ask?
figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next thief maester. But he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the... And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in a lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick.
Time to be heading home. It's been a hard day.
Master, pray let me know beforehand if we are to meet somewhere different.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. Have you some business here in Dara? That man isn't associated with our village anymore. In fact, if e'er you should meet him, pray inform him that he is no longer welcome here. Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. As you like, sir.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
Right, just follow me. And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Go on, have a look.
I know every place.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Gotta make room for my next shipment.
Peruse at your leisure.
Good. We're here.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my...
That thief maester's a capable sort. I'd wager this will make life rather difficult for the Queen Regent.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. So the acting chief of Melv was blamed. I suspect this is some ploy of the Queen Regent and her ilk to lay claim to the village territory. However, I've heard no report of her capture as of yet. It may well be that she is safe. Perchance, she has fled somewhere outside of Deesa's reach. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? I've been unable to uncover aught of use through my own channels, though I am loath to ask this of you, your Majesty. There is no one else to whom I can turn. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Follow me.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Stop by again soon.
Need anything? Look, as long as you keep.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all...
All right on the roads? Despite the hour? Much obliged.
Here, if you please.
Acting up today. I pity those content to live in idleness. What's the point? Tomorrow will be no different.
This way, if you please, Master.
Peruse at your leisure.
Off to the market I go.
We're going this way now, I suppose. By your will.
There will be other opportunities to lead.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared. All right on the roads, despite the hour? Much obliged.
Mayhap you'll learn aught of this scoundrel who would claim your title if you attend a palace masquerade. We're off to Vernworth Palace, then. Though I cannot enter the palace myself, I will at least escort you to the entrance.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Our road was a long one, but here we cannot accompany you there, Master, but fear not. You'll find us here when you return.
Such peace reigned eternal.
Seems my feet.
What business have you here?
Forgot where I came. Can't afford to retire. The sooner my duties are concluded, the better. Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
The masquerade is already underway, sir. 'Twill be a long night. Longer still for those of us on guard.
You're far from your station, are you not?
I was bored out my skull guarding the palace. At least here I can listen to some courtly music. Makes the hours go by that much quicker, you see?
You ought not to abandon your post.
Ah, don't be like that. You know as well as I do that we're more likely to find a mouse trying to sneak into the palace kitchens than anyone else.
Is there nary a chance to make a fresh acquaintance? The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
Always sets me to thinking. What is life without a little spice?
I hope the sovereign shall be well enough to dance anon.
Stop a moment. You'll be glad you did.
Surely someone will ask me to dance. Are you here to see me, perchance?
Perchance you've heard. The coronation is soon to be held, it seems. The Sovereign, wounded in glorious combat with the dragon, is recovered at last. No tidings could be more joyous. Indeed, 'tis a weight off my heart to think that our fair Vermund shall once again be governed by a true ruler.
What I can do for you?
Just between you and me, my survey missions through the caverns and ruins have been more trouble than I foresaw. My task is to seek out items of potential value and research them. And 'twas going well too, till I found that door. 'Tis an enigma, forged of strange materials and covered in queer etchings. But my orders are to get to the bottom of it. So back and forth I go on an endless string of expeditions. I grow wearier with every trip, but no closer to an answer.
I've a pressing duty to which I must attend.
I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't tell.
I think I've come too late.
I shall suffer none to disturb this
Does
peace.
life have meaning, or is aught we do in vain?
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
Goodbye.
dinner.
Got to focus.
To it. Close.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Sit here.
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Got to keep moving.
Isn't it early for a rest as yet?
I hardly know what to do with myself anymore.
It's a thankless job, this. If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
Gathering much of a crowd today. Dull days for us are a sign
I've not an inkling of what to do.
Quietude is a blessing.
I think that will do for pleasantries, don't you? Simply marvelous.
There's no shame in living.
Shout if you will. Let us make you merry.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. I've a pressing duty to which I must attend. I've a pressing duty to which...
What do you think you're doing in here? Who are you supposed to be?
I've a pressing duty to which I must attend.
Sir, how can I be of assistance?
What do you think you're doing in here?
Have you business in Batal? Then you, good sir, will require an entry permit. Don't go thinking you can slip through the border checkpoint without one. Too many scoundrels are trying that of late. Trade twixt our nations may be on the upswing, but passage of regular civilians is still closely monitored. So, should you seek entry in future, I bid you take the proper channels.
I've a pressing duty to which I must attend. My sword arm
Right.
Well, out with it.
And who are you supposed to be?
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
Good tidings. Looks like we've both got some time on our hands.
And who, pray tell, are you supposed to be?
but not at the expense of my duty.
I will see to it that the law is upheld. What do you think you're doing here?
I regret to inform you that there is no masquerade scheduled for today.
God damn it.
What that such peace?
Could use a dash of salt.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while. I suppose all we can do is wait.
The masquerade is already underway, sire. 'Twill be a long night.
Longer still for those of us on.
Few of my fellows act as befits their station.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with the car. Apparently, even pirate-owned items.
Perhaps I ought to hasten them along.
There's ought to be said peace and quiet. Another ale can't make my dancing any worse. 'Twouldn't do to meddle in each other's affairs here.
Methinks I'll have a rest. My feet ache from dancing.
Not much going on hereabouts.
I pray someone asks me to dance ere long. Might as well make merry while the wine flows.
I quite understand why the Sovereign enjoys masquerades.
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
So, tell me more of this.
Surely these extravagances cannot continue.
Oh, I can't complain.
I find dressing for these occasions.
I find it liberating to hide my face for a time.
One dance and my hair's in disarray.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit. I find it liberating to hide my face for a time.
I find it liberating to hide my face for a time.
Off to market I go.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like. You won't find
In here.
I've been here the whole time.
Open up! Open this door right now. We're coming in.
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, I mean I. As you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
There isn't much to go on. A lonely place, but not without its charms.
Best head to market
before it slips my mind. Feel deary without
I've little enough gold.
feel deary with no one about.
I'm near tired of the tale. Always sets me to thinking, this place.
Eerie eyes all round. We've a long night ahead.
Pondery.
Always sets me to
Whatever am I to do?
What was it I had planned for the morrow?
This is one step too far.
Think again.
The sky always puts me in contemplation.
There's ought to be said, peace and quiet.
Whatever am I to do?
Where to now?
There's ought to be said, peace and quiet.
Some patrons can be rather demanding.
Feels eerie with no one about. Whatever's to be done.
Always sets me to thinking, this place. I get along with everyone.
Off to market I go.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
The sky always puts me in a contemplation.
Dear me.
Some call it cultured.
There's ought to be said for peace. I get along with everyone.
Sometimes this is the only place I can find peace.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
Some call it I call it dull.
How everyone else is.
Oh, how lovely. I'll have to remember this place. Seems my humming would be unwelcome.
Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
I'll find myself a worthy patron soon enough.
What's to be done about this?
How are things?
Can't help but talk in a whisper when I'm here.
This place always puts me at ease.
Would that I had a healthy mind.
Nice place this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
What am I supposed to do?
I'm not sure what's best.
Always sets me to thinking, this place.
Where to now? Where to now? Drawn to quiet spots like this.
A lonely place.
You can resist
Not
my...
without its charm.
If he asks me again, I'll claw out his eyes.
The sky always.
Well now, who might you be here to see? Just whisper to whome'er strikes your fancy.
It seems you have obtained information regarding the false sovereign. Captain Brant will be eager to hear of it, I'm sure. Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Only person I believe in is myself.
I pray naught goes amiss with a heavy
No shame letting down your hair now and then.
And here I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims take precedence.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Ps5, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done...
So, the false sovereign, Queen Regent Disa, and this Ps5 fellow are all working together.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
You've got twice their pluck.
Such quietude is a blessing. Feels eerie with no one about.
Here at last. Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right. Without you for a little while. I suppose all we can do is wait.